I had always known my mom was dramatic. Not the throw a tantrum in public kind of dramatic, but the quiet, relentless kind that could make even the most confident person second-guess themselves. So, when she looked at me one evening, wringing her hands and muttering under her breath, "No one is going to come to your wedding," I didn't take her seriously. "It's fine, Mom," I said, smiling. "I have a lot of friends. People will come." But she just shook her head, staring into her cup of tea like she could see the entire future written in its swirl. "I'm telling you, Ariv, people forget. They won't show up." I laughed it off. Honestly, part of me wanted to laugh. Part of me felt a small, gnawing worry. My friends were busy. Some family members had other commitments. Maybe she had a point. Maybe my wedding wouldn't feel like the big celebration I imagined. The morning of the wedding, I woke up early, anxious but excited. I tried to shake off my mom's words as mere superstition, but they lingered in the back of my mind as I got ready. The ceremony went smoothly, more smoothly than I expected. The hall looked beautiful, adorned with flowers, ribbons, and fairy lights. Guests trickled in, some smiling shyly, others laughing as they caught up with old friends. I hadn't expected this. Yet, something still felt off. I kept looking at the entrance, half expecting the room to be emptier than it actually was. When the ceremony ended, my wife, Mira, and I went outside for a group photo. The photographer called everyone together. As I stood in the center, a little self-conscious, the crowd behind me slowly came into focus. And then I saw it, the sea of familiar faces. Friends from school, college, and work, distant relatives who had traveled hours, neighbors who had become like family, even people I hadn't expected, colleagues, acquaintances, old mentors. They were all there, smiling, cheering, holding hands, and radiating warmth. I couldn't believe it. I froze for a moment, staring at the camera lens. Every single person my mom had doubted would come was there. They were celebrating us, celebrating love, celebrating life. I turned to my mom, who was standing beside me, her hands folded tightly. Her eyes glistened. "See," she whispered. "I was wrong. It's more than I imagined." I laughed and shook my head. "You were never really wrong, Mom. You just worried too much, as always." The photo was taken, capturing the laughter, the smiles, and the warmth of everyone around us. Later, when I got a chance to look at the group picture in detail, I noticed something even more special. Hidden among the people I recognized, there were faces I didn't know personally, strangers who had shown up just to bless us. Some had heard about the wedding from friends, others through family networks, but they all came with genuine happiness in their hearts. For the first time that day, I understood my mom's perspective. She had always been wary of disappointment, of hopes that fade too quickly. But here, looking at that group photo, I realized something else. Love and care often exceed expectations, arriving when you least anticipate it, filling every corner with warmth. That night, as I placed the framed group photo on my bedside table, I smiled. Mom came in and patted my shoulder gently. "Next time," she said softly, "believe me when I tell you, it's always more than you think." I nodded. And in that quiet moment, surrounded by memories frozen in that photo, I felt a lesson I would never forget. Never doubt love, never underestimate people's hearts, and never, ever underestimate the joy of being surrounded by those who truly care.